वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
विश्व कल्याणी, विश्व परिवर्तक, ये आपका ऑक्यूपेशन है ना। तो बाप दादा को कभी कभी मीठी मीठी हंसी आती है। विश्व परिवर्तक टाइटल तो है ना, है विश्व परिवर्तक हो। विश्व परिवर्तक हो ना सभी, चाहे गांव में रहते हैं, चाहे लंदन या अमेरिका में रहते, लेकिन विश्व कल्याणकारी होना हो। कांधे लाओ है। अच्छा पक्का ना, पक्का। चैलेंज क्या है आपकी? प्रकृति को भी चैलेंज की है कि प्रकृति को भी परिवर्तन करना ही है। तो अपना ऑक्यूपेशन याद करो। कभी कभी अपने लिए भी सोचते हो, करना तो नहीं चाहिए लेकिन हो जाता है। तो विश्व परिवर्तक, प्रकृति परिवर्तक, स्व
Om Shanti. Maryada Purshottam. God's family. When the age is transformed, you come into the world of happiness from the world of sorrow. From being ordinary souls, you become the most elevated beings. To come into God's family means to make your line of fortune elevated for birth after birth. To belong to God's family means that you have become free from being attacked. God's children can never be attacked in any way. When your stage becomes so elevated, then even the elements become your servants and serve you.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today is day 26, Maryada Purshottam, God's family. Today we'll be taking Maryada 14. It's important to go to Madhuban. So it's going to Madhuban. That's Maryada we'll talk about. So we'll listen to Didi now.
Om Shanti, everyone. Here we call ourselves as Avyakti Parivar, but actually it's God's family, right? It's unlimited family. It's world family. Today Baba said, our occupation or our task is to bring benefit to the world and transformation of the world. From world of sorrow to world of happiness. So Baba says that Baba has given us the task and we performing, but we need to pay attention on self-transformation. We cannot just say, this is my nature, what can I do? And do certain things and say, and then say, oh, I didn't really want it to, but it happened. And as much there is self-transformation, we are able to transform the nature, atmosphere. All the transformations really happen from self-transformation. And transformation definitely begins from the thoughts. Because anything we do or speak, first there is the thought. So in this God's family, Maryadas are more like my personal conduct, in that there are certain principles, certain disciplines. I remember I brought up in an extended family. In those days, we were told everyone has to be at home before 9:30. Everyone. And it was a good discipline. Or then everyone has to be in bed before 10. There were so many, and also spiritual. In the morning, wake up early before sunrise. We used to chant rosary, read one chapter of Gita. So in family, like there are always some social and moral conducts like Maryadas. Because some say, but what is Maryada? Maryada is mostly within the family. There are certain, to say rules and regulations is a bit hard, but this is the honor of the family. Because if you say God family, so we have certain values, right? When we go to Madhuban, we are what we eat there, attend morning class properly, Amrit Vela. Since morning until night, there is a timetable. So remember that we are God's family. And also Baba told us today about our occupation. And with that, preparing ourselves. In one of the Murli Baba said for double foreigners, in the beginning, like there was so much enthusiasm to go to Madhuban. And for some countries, their people couldn't afford the ticket. So Baba said, you all come here. And then whole year you start saving some money for your next trip to Madhuban, because we know it is our parents' home. It's our grandparents' home. And Baba, Brahma Baba used to prepare so much to welcome us. And Baba said, you have come from the kingdom of Raman on vacation to parents' homes. So Baba used to take care of us, hospitality, whatever minimum was there at that time. But still that love of Baba used to pull us to go and meet. But some say that, but now Baba doesn't come. Baba is there. Baba is there. First Baba came in Sakar, Brahma Baba. Then Baba came Dadi Bab Dada through Dadi Gulzar. And then until now, even those who are not Baba's children, when they come, they feel the presence of God. Because before was limited time and the medium, but now it's like you feel all over that how his task is going on. In month of September in Shantivan, there were 5 days. Every 5 days there was another big program, another big conference. Amazingly, the food is cooked, everyone is served, rooms are clean, all that happens. I think nowhere in the world the way it happens, it's happening. This big family is God's home. So it's really, really something. So we are putting it as one of the Maryada to go to Madhuban, because it's very, very important to go to Madhuban. Once in a year, go there. And whatever time is given to us, 2 weeks are given to us. And proper program is planned for that. Even now they have sent us the program for October. They have sent the YouTube link, which you can attend all the classes, but doesn't mean if we can do it online, we won't go. And especially this time, we have been given quota to stay in Pandabhavan. It's a place of tapasya, transformation, and also it's a big change when we come back, because what we have inhaled there, the vibrations of simplicity, of renunciation, of being together, of big gathering, to be in unlimited family. And most important is meeting the family members, right? From all over the world. Even we can see each other online, but it's different when we meet personally because the presence is important. So in Madhuban, the land of tapasya, our parents' home, pilgrimage place, right? No, people go to pilgrimage. So some of the transformation happens there also. So that is why we have kept it as one of the Maryada is going to Madhuban. I know some ask how to prepare for Madhuban. See, there are certain things like Amrit Vela, proper Amrit Vela. If you don't do it here, even there you will feel the pull, but you might feel lazy not to do because of not having that habit. So whatever Maryadas you follow here, when you go to Madhuban, you take more benefit because it's very natural for you. But if we don't follow, then we have to do it. You won't have any experiences or power. Right? So think of God's family, and Baba used the word in Hindi, parivar, and the last part of var means attacked. That means when you are in big family together, then you are not attacked by Maya in the form of crossing the boundary, crossing the Maryada line. Many, many different ways you are protected when you are big family. You are not influenced from anyone, it's just the family. So we do appreciate our unlimited God's family. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mohini Didi. Nice to see you.
Yeah, Om Shanti.
I was able to watch the beautiful Florida retreat this weekend. What a wonderful family gathering it was with Janti Ben and yourself, and so much. The celebratory vibration was wonderful. And, we were here in Halifax having a hurricane. And oddly enough, it was the very day of our Peace Halifax big annual festival. And the hurricane came on the very day of Peace Halifax. So we postponed, but we had the whole family here. And so instead, we had a bhati all day. We had a very powerful time. It was remarkable. And we were the only house in the whole neighborhood that had light.
Oh.
And it's a 3-story building, so it looked like a lighthouse sitting on the corner of this street. It was amazing. And nothing happened to the house. But at the end of it, we have such a wonderful family here, and we all very studious and dedicated. But at the end of it, one of the sisters says, I feel like I just had 2 weeks in Madhuban. And I thought, I do too. I feel so sustained, so nourished, so enriched, and so much love of the family, as you're describing, the being in the family. And it made me think, okay, so what's the connection between Madhuban and us in these centers, especially in these end times? And where is the magic in that, of it feeling like Madhuban, being here for that time, very intensive time together? What's your feeling about that?
Yeah, that's what Baba had said, that every place should be like mini Madhuban. That means if we are able to follow, like one time Dadi Prakash Mani asked us that when you come to Madhuban, you are very carefree. And why, so then she said, because when you are free from worries, your thoughts are not with day-to-day routine when, like even just for a day, not to be doing what one generally would do at home. And you all must have ate together, and it's not, even everyone did little karma yoga, but it's not like, oh, I have to do this, do that. So intellect is free, and then power of yoga, love of the family, and must have cooked food also, everything. So I think all that makes it create the experience of Madhuban.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we won't need to go to Madhuban.
Not at all.
Right? Yeah. But I agree what you say, because in Peace Village, especially last morning, was amazing. The joy, the happiness, and it was very, very good. But also Baba's message, yoga, everything was really very powerful. And words which were coming out of everyone's mouth was, oh, like I am in Madhuban, as if we are in Madhuban.
Mm.
Yeah. So Madhuban actually we could create, right? But
Mhm.
still impractical. Madhuban is Madhuban, right?
Mhm.
So yes, what you say definitely could be the true experience. And you are fortunate that light was there and you were able to enjoy the day together in the family, right?
Very powerful. And it certainly doesn't make me say I'm going to stay here and not go to Madhuban. I was feeling more that all those years of being in Madhuban has planted such a deep seed. We know what that feels like, that magical kingdom of Madhuban, and that it was a gift to feel it here together. But it's because we've been so many times, because we've had that experience. And I wonder now, I hear some Brahmins, they're not so interested to go anymore. Some it's for age of body, and difficulty travel. But I wonder what you make of this, because some during this COVID period have just been waiting to get back to Madhuban. I can hardly wait, first plane, they're gone. And then others have said, I don't feel a pull. I love Madhuban. Of course I want to be there, but I don't feel I have to run there. How do you understand the difference in that? What's that about for people?
Because during the COVID time, most of the people, especially the older one and the body is not well, have stayed home, Some haven't gone out of home, maybe just for groceries or something. But I also say that if your body is not well and with the age, it's better not to go, especially at this time.
Mhm.
But I think that sometimes it's lack of enthusiasm. More could be because of the travel arrangements. It's more and more difficult now. But if we create a good group of people and say, okay, we all go together as a group, then there could be more enthusiasm. And we are recommending people not to keep traveling alone these days. At least 3-4 should go together so you can take care of each other. If there is any emergency, you all are together. So I think that way it could be more practical. Because the situations have changed, and also with the body. And so form a group and then go together. I think that will help a lot, and it will make it very easy and entertaining together, eating, going somewhere, So that's what I would suggest.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice way to combine. It's not like I'm going to Madhuban just for family. I'm actually in family and going to Madhuban. Instead of being a solo traveler. Yes, that's a very nice idea for right now. And it feels safe and proper, accurate for the times, doesn't it? One more question. What do you feel should be our foremost intention now while we're spending time in Madhuban, especially for those who didn't meet Bapdada in person there? Still so much significance to be there. But what would be our intention, our foremost intention being in Madhuban now?
They say that Madhuban is like the mirror. in the sense of one is able to see, and then when I'm able to check and see what is my stage, in the sense of like I want to catch awake signals from Baba for my efforts. And it's like there you exactly come to know what more I have to do, more efforts. And I think that if you have spent a day together, and when you will be 2 weeks together, just imagine 1 day's experience together and doing bhakti, and with 2 weeks of that, I think it makes a lot of difference. Sometimes when we are in Madhuban, we don't even understand the importance, but when we return and we see very subtle changes in us, and I think basically staying connected, because that's our home. As I said, parents' home or grandparents' home. So it feels like going home. Of course, going home is in Paramdham also, but only soul will go. But here we going home. And I think that definitely there are a lot of benefits of going to Madhuban. So yeah, one should plan.
So we'll get our calendars out and start planning now. Yes, I think that's very wise. Thank you. It is a place of report card. I feel like every year when I go, I see my progress. And so I'm actually quite excited to see after 3 years, what will it be like to be in Madhuban? What will have changed in the self? Because Madhuban, it's not that it stays the same, but it's always the best and the highest. So then when you get there and you can see for yourself how much you've changed in the last. So for 3 years, that's a long time. Many of us have not been there.
Yeah, even there are certain physical difficulties, or it's less facilities and comfort compared to here. Like people from Asia, Africa, they find it's very comfortable. But when we go from the West, because we are so much used to the temperature, heating, cooling, or whatever it is, so some find it little bit. But also in that renunciation of facilities could also be very helpful for the soul. Because towards the end, there will be minimum facilities, right? And I was sharing that how I first went in 1958, there was so basic living conditions, very basics. But there was so much intoxication that I never missed my modern bathroom and this kind of bedroom. And, it's a different kind of energy, different kind of power which you experience there. So yes, there is a pull, but don't be lazy. don't be like, oh, I will have to sacrifice something, but Baba gives you much, much more return of whatever you renounce and sacrifice, right?
Absolutely. It's absolutely magical. There's no describing it beyond that. Would you share before we go a favorite moment in Madhuban? Because you're very often there in meetings and on service, but there must be many, many favorite moments, beautiful moments. Would you share one beautiful moment with us?
One moment. Yeah. As I said, I immediately remember Brahma Baba, that how he used to prepare to welcome us. And every room will be clean, what kind of food we like. And this going back to your parents' home, going back to your grandparents' home, really that's what and then get ready, had shower, and then, go in front of Baba and meet Baba and Mama. As you said, some might say, but Baba is not there. But until now, when we go in Baba's room, you do feel Baba looking at you, Baba talking to you, Baba is communicating with you.
Yeah.
So basically, it's whole 1 second, just all the time, oh, my grandparents' home, I'm going to my parents' home. So this is not only the thought, but when I go there, I feel. And when I am leaving there, it's very difficult. Because then I say, I'm going so far, you know. So one is going, but even when they are about to come, you really feel, oh, when I'm going to come back. Rather, I just stay here, you know, and just be part of the family. That feeling also I have when it's the time to leave, you know. And I tell all of them, oh, you are lucky. You just stay here. You don't have to travel. So Baba says, maybe in the end, we all will be there together in Madhuban. Yeah. Unless you want to be all alone wherever you are.
No, let's be there together. That'd be much more fun. Even just listening to you speak, I can feel being there. And those first moments when you walk in the gates and you find they're magic, absolutely magic. So yes, the invitation to all of us is there. I feel it, Didi. See you there.
Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So today, Maryada Purshottam, God's family. When the age is transformed, you come into the world of happiness from the world of sorrow. From being ordinary souls, you become the most elevated beings. To come into God's family means to make your line of fortune elevated for birth after birth. To belong to God's family means that you have become free from being attacked. God's children can never be attacked in any way. When your stage becomes so elevated, then even the elements become your servants and serve you. Om Shanti.
Maryada Purshottam, God's family. When the age is transformed, you come into the world of happiness from the world of sorrow. From being ordinary souls, you become the most elevated beings. To come into God's family means to make your line of fortune elevated for birth after birth. To belong to God's family means that you have become free from being attacked. God's children can never be attacked in any way. When your stage becomes so elevated, then even the elements become your servants and serve you. मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम, प्रभु परिवार। युग परिवर्तन होने से दुख के संसार से सुखों के संसार में आ गए। साधारण आत्मा से पुरुषोत्तम बन गए। प्रभु परिवार में आना अर्थात जन्म जन्मांतर के लिए तकदीर की लकीर श्रेष्ठ बन जाना। प्रभु परिवार अर्थात वार से परे हो गए, कभी भी प्रभु के बच्चों पर वार नहीं हो सकता। ऐसी पुरुषोत्तम स्थिति बन गई तो प्रकृति भी आपकी दासी बन सेवा करेंगी। ओम शांति। ओम शांति।